Gmail ID வச்சிருக்கியா?
Sir, Karnagaran sir, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mohammed wanted you to start it off.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. This Mohammed wants to confirm that whether you heard him.
Yeah, I heard him.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, you go ahead.
Good morning and welcome to all. Pleasure to invite you for this second day and the third session of the webinar on Microsoft Teams. We welcome each one of the staff members here so that you can have a wonderful experience on how to use this particular package for online teaching. So the moment you log in into your ID, that is the institutional ID provided by us in the website, you'll be taken to the main page where a lot of features are available. All these features would be explained to you today by Mr. Mohammed, and there's one important thing which you'll have to know. The classrooms cannot be created by the individual staff members. All these classrooms would be created by the head of the departments. And in this, each classroom, the various subjects would be created by the head of the department, and then the staff members and the specific students to that particular class will be added by the respective head of the department, and he'll be the administrator for your entire department. So he is the one who will be knowing what kind of assignments you are giving and whether you are giving assignments, how you are taking classes, and all those details would be visible only to the head of the department. Okay, now today you'll be having a hands-on experience on how you can give various lectures using MS Teams, as well as class notes, the assignments, and so on and so forth. So just go through, have this hands-on experience on this, and you'll have to try this a number of times so that you can get well versed with this kind of operations. Okay, Mr. Mohammed, you can start with the session.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I will share my screen. Okay, today we will be seeing both the views for student as well as teachers. What will be the view for both of them? So before beginning, let me give a short introduction about Teams. Teams is a collaborative tool, and especially for education, it is a very wonderful tool so that you can handle all kind of your activities, your data within this Teams. Okay, these are the features in which you are going to work on. So let me.
Mr. Mohammed, you are not audible. I will all the staff members put your mic on mute, please.
Yeah, am I audible now, sir? This is the chat area where you can have your private chat. Your private chat, you're calling group calling, everything. And moving on, this is Teams, where you will going to spend all of your time in Teams. Teams, you will be predefined with your classes, as Karnagaran sir said. You no need to create any team. Team will be already created for you, and also the channels will be created and predefined. You just go on, jump and work in this. Okay, and here the assignments. You can have a track of assignments for your students in the class and particular classes. And finally, this is a calendar in which you are going to manage your or schedules, class schedules that you are going to take. And if you are using an web version, it is recommended to use an desktop version of application that you can be downloading from here. Okay, let's get into the Teams, which is our main focus of this meeting. And now we are taking a class for BSc Maths third sem. Okay, as I said, everything will be predefined. For more information on this, what are all the features available, I will explain you. When getting into your class, you will be seeing all these tabs which are very much useful. Which will be very much useful for you. And post, as I said, it is kind of a private chat area between you and your students. You can chat here so that all the students in the group will be notified. A general instruction to be provided to the classroom can be posted here. And files, you can collaborate your files for the class, and it is in the general channel where you can upload your data in which multiple users or the multiple students want to work on this material. Okay, there can be read write operation done. Read write operation can be done simultaneously.
இது எப்படி ஸ்டூடண்ட்ஸ் நடத்தணும்ன்றதுக்கு சொல்லிட்டு
the read and write operation in a particular file can be made simultaneously for all the students, and you can create new files here. You can create new files here. You can upload your existing files. You can get a copy of that link. You can share, you can download, or you can add your cloud storage. For example, if you have any cloud storage like OneDrive, we have Google Drive, you can add and you can take the data from there. Okay, this is the files. It is for general usage. And let's jump into the class notebook, which is a very powerful tool. Okay, for the first time when you enter into your classroom, the OneNote will be not set up. You need to set up a OneNote. If you have an existing notebook of yours, you can use that because that will be this is a new thing, so you have to create a blank notebook. Okay, and you will be seeing these predefined things, and you can go ahead and next. These are all the tabs automatically created: handbook, your class notes, your homework, and quiz for students. For each and every student, you will be able to see all these tabs, and you can manage right from here. Once created, you will be having a view like this. And if you have any queries during this meeting, you can use this chat window and you can drop your comments here, so that once completing a topic, I will just look out here and we will address that. Okay, hosting privilege in the sense what you're trying to say, sir. So you can unmute yourself and
நீ முதல்ல கூட்டுறத விடு.
உள்ளதான் அங்க இது அது வெட்டு பண்ணாங்க இருக்காரு.
okay, once you set up your OneNote for the first time, it will look like this. See here, you can see all the students OneNote, and you can manage from here itself. These are the members of this group. Okay, all students notebook you can see here, and your own library. There is your own collection library or your own collaborative library. It will be predefined. You can rename if you want. If you want to, if you have, you can create your data here. Okay, and you can distribute this data to all the class member in a one single click. Okay, I will show you how that works. Okay, now I'm going to create a page here, and I want to distribute this to all students or a particular student, so that they will have the access to this page. Okay, for that, this is the student view. So this is the teacher view. I will show you the student view here. This is the student view. See, they will be having this kind of view. Okay, general. This is the view. They don't have any tiled view like teachers. They'll be having this, all the channels that they have, and okay, going to the BSc Maths. The student class notebook will be look like this. The students class notebook will be look like this. They will also have their own space, collaborative space in the library, and this is the thing which all the teachers have. Okay, now I'm going to share an OneNote page to a student, so that they will have the access to that. Okay, I have created a Max page here. I want to distribute this to a particular student. I am just clicking on this class notebook, and I'm just clicking on the distribute. I'm going to distribute to an individual in this class. I'm just selecting here. Next, in which tab he wants this page. I'm just clicking the class note, and next. This page will be distributed to students that we have selected. You can select one student or you can select multiple student here and you can send. Meanwhile, you can check the students' notebook, class notebook. There is nothing here. See here, the page that we shared is visible to the student. This is the student for whom I have shared, and it is visible in their class notebook. This is how you can share your data to each and every student or a particular student in the classroom, so that it will be helpful for you in maintaining these things. Okay, going on to the assignments. This is the very important thing. As I said, the class notebook, you need to build yourself. You should have all the content placed there, and you can go ahead and use that. Okay, and going on to the assignments. For the first time when you are assigned with a team, you will be getting this window. So we'll go ahead and start this. Now you will get a page like this to create. In assignments, you will be getting 3 types of option from an existing one. Uh, if you have an existing form, you can upload that and use that, and you can make a quiz for the students. Okay, and you can provide an assignment to the students. Okay, I'm just creating an assignment to all the students in BSc Maths third sem. Okay, the title will be here. I'm giving a assignment for calculus. Here I need to provide some instruction for this assignment. If it is needed, you can provide an assignment instruction on this assignment, so that the student will have their understanding for this assignment. And finally, you have to add the resource. You can have it from your OneDrive if you have, and if you have that things in your class notebook, you can use. If you have in a separate SharePoint, you can use the link. You can use the link, or you can add a file. Go ahead and add a file. Here I'm going to upload. If you have already your documents in your device, you can go ahead and upload from here. Upload from this device, and I will select here from the drive and upload the documents. Just uploading the document. Done. Now you have the option here if the student needs to edit this or not. If you are going to provide any read-only document, you can use this. If you want the individual student to work on this individual copy, you can use this. So when you click this, they will have their individual copy, and it will be submitted to you. Okay, here you can provide points for each and every assignments. Here I'm giving 50 points, and according to your need you can change that. Here it is assigned to all the BSc Maths third sem students, all the students. If you want some other student to be added, you can add from here by typing their name. And moving further, there should be a deadline for any assignment. You can have your due date and the timing, so that once the due date is completed, no user can submit their assignment. Okay, and just click assign. It will be sent to all the students in the BSc Max third sem. Okay, let's see how it looks like for the student. I'm going here. The student see, as I said, this is an activity feed where you get all the notifications. Now you can see there is an assignment assigned for the student in the BSc Max third sem. They will be getting this notification. They can go ahead and click this view. They go to their assignment. This is the view of the student. What they have to do is, I'm sorry. Yeah, once the assignment is assigned to the student, this is the student's view. Okay, what they have to do is they have to open this document. They have to work it out. They can do it online here from here itself by editing this document, or if they have their desktop application, they can use that, update that and save this content and send it back to the teacher. Okay, I'm not doing anything here, just saving this. As I said, they can edit this and save this and close this. Once completing, the student has to give an hands in here, so that it represents that the assignment provided to the student that they have completed. Okay, now let's go to the teacher view. So once the student completes his assignment, there will be a notification for the teacher also. So when they go to the assignments tab here, the assignments, you can see all the assignments here, and just click onto this assigned assignment. You can see all the students in the classroom and their status. Here only one student has completed the assignment, so I have to give a feedback and also the points too. So I go ahead here, give a feedback here, the points here, and just return and close. Now you have, now the student will be moved to mark. Okay, to mark will be the students who have not completed their assignments. You can have the track of this assignments, okay, by exporting the Excel file. When you export the Excel file, you have track of this particular assignment, like this. You can have the student name, email ID, and here this is the assignment name and the points provided and the feedback. Everything you can have in a track. Okay. When you have multiple assignments, you can go to the grade here and you can download all the. See here, I have only one assignment. So when I create more assignment, it will be next. It will be represented here. Let me show you creating another assignment. When I go to grade, see now I can see both the assignments and I can download overall assignments data from the grade. So it will look like this. When I download the all assignment data, see here I can see this. There is nothing done in max assignment, so it is empty, and the points is empty. Everything is empty because it is newly created, and the calculus that we have previously created, all the information will be here. You can download and you can have a track of all the assignment of this particular class. This is how the assignments work. Okay, if you have any queries, you can drop into the chat box. So we will have a discussion at the end of this session. Okay, and as I said, these are the channels. Each and every teacher will have their own permission to this channel. Manage channel. See here. Here you can assign the permission. Only the owner need to post in this channel. All the student, if you want all the student to have an interactive, you can post anyone. Okay, this is the limited permission that is provided. Okay, and the more permission are in the group. I will show you how that works. Here, this is the analytics of your teams. What all the users, how many users are there, because there is not much done here, so there is no visualization here. I can show you into a different team so that it will be visible. What are all the resources that you are using? You are using your email, you are using your SharePoint, you are using your OneDrive. Everything will be displayed here. Okay, and moving further, I will show you the permissions that can be set to for this team. Manage team. When you click on manage team, you will be getting all this settings. You can see the owner of this class is the teacher, and you have 4 students as a member. Members are the student here. Okay, you can remove them. You can make a owner if you want. And moving further, these are the channels. Okay, and this is the main setting where you can have your permissions to your members in this group. If you're adding any guest user, you can have the guest permission also here. Okay, let me show you. You can visualize your team by adding an image to that, not a plain one. You can manage the visualization here, and moving further, manage those settings. You can give the permissions for the members. You can allow the member to delete or restore as channel. You can allow the member to add or remove app. If you want, you can enable. If it is not needed, you can disable. As same, you have all the permission for the guests. This is a team code. If you want some user to join this team for in any kind of activity, you can generate a code. You can generate a code here. See, then you can copy this code and ask someone to join your. When you go to team here, you can join it. Here in the student tab, you can see join a team with a code. I can use this code directly join to the particular team. I can join to the particular team because this user is already there in the team. I'm not going to use this code. If you want any particular user, you can generate the code and you can send so that the student will be joining them. Okay, and everything. These are the tags and OneNote that we have seen. This is the overall analytics for your group. How much, as I said, the SharePoint data used is 8.28 MB, 6 apps is being used. The rules 5 overall is 5 members are there, and there is no guest user here. Owner and member count is 5 here. And apps, if you want to add any app, you can go ahead and add here. From here, these are the predefined apps from Microsoft, so that you can use it. There is no worries about that. Okay, moving further, you have seen how to manage the class and the channels in that. Now, as a staff member, I want to schedule a class for the student. So we can utilize this calendar app to schedule a class for a particular group of students. Okay, I will show you how to create a meeting. Okay, just go to your calendar app, click the appropriate date and time. For example, I want in the second half of this day, so I'm just clicking on 19th 1 p.m. here. See, it will be automatically taking the date. If you want to change this date, you can also change the date here and the time. By default, it will be half an hour of meeting will be created. So if you want, you can go ahead and you can change that. Okay, I'm just letting this as it is, and I'm just creating the topic here. And the topic I'm using the topic here so that the student will get information on here. In the add attendees, you no need to go ahead and add each and every users. You just jump to the add channel. Here you can see all the channels. Now I want the BSc Max. I am the staff of BSc Max and I am taking the calculus classes. So I will select in the channel BSc Max, in the group BSc Max, that is the class here, and the particular channel in which I am going to take the classes. So I will select my subject calculus and provide any extra information to the student that they should be prepared for this class, or they have to do any homework for this class. Okay, I will provide all the information here, and once I send the invite, it will be automatically creating an entry in my calendar, and you can also see the student view, how it will reflecting in the student. Right away in activity, you will be seeing this. If you want, you can jump into the calendar here, and you can see that the BSc Max Third Sem Calculus created by teacher is visible to the student. So they will be getting an alert, and they can go ahead and create they go ahead and they join this meeting on the appropriate time. Okay, and more on managing your teams, on managing your meeting, I will show you how we can manage it further. It is getting sent. Okay, one, if you want to edit any kind of information after creating this meeting, you can double click on this entry, the meeting entry here, and you can see multiple options here. Okay, and here is the meeting option. By default, here when you create here, everyone will be the presenter, so they will have the access to mute everyone, mute the staff, everything. So if you want to prevent that to happen, and each and every student will have their access to share their content, as I'm sharing my screen, they will be sharing the screen. So to prevent that, we can use this meeting option. Clicking on the meeting option, here it will be who can present. By default, it will be everyone. You can change it to only me, so that the appropriate teacher or the staff member who create this meeting will have the control. So save this, done, and close this, so that the meeting and the students joining to this meeting will be an attendee. Okay, and another thing is scheduling assistant. Okay, you will be packed with all these classes, so you may get collide with any other meeting with of yours, so you can have a look on this after creating or before creating this meeting, so that it will be helpful that you don't miss any classes for any student. Okay, and finally, if you want to cancel this meeting, you can do that. And also, I have missed one thing. You can repeat this meeting. Okay, if Monday, Tuesday, the same timing, I have these classes, I can go ahead and click on Monday to Friday. These are the predefined thing. If you want to custom, you can go ahead and custom the meeting. The same meeting should be repeat every day, and the end date should be provided here. So the end date I'm giving 21, and save here, and send update. See now, for the 3 consecutive days, I'm getting this meeting schedule. So I have created, this is getting collided. So I want to remove this. If I want to remove this, I will click this here. You can see series. If you want to cancel all this series of meeting, you can click here. No, I want to cancel this particular because it is colliding with some other meeting. So I cancel this occurrence, cancel. Now see here, the particular thing has been cancelled. Likewise, if you go and check the students, see the cancelled meeting will be mentioned to the student, so that they will be aware that this meeting has been cancelled. Okay, the teacher's view. And if you want, this link to be shared to anyone. You can copy this link and you can share. You can share to these users who want to join this meeting. As we have done for this meeting, we have shared link. You can do that. And students, when they click this item, and they can directly go ahead and join the meeting if you want. These are the meetings option that you have, and you can utilize in a very good way, so that you can manage and you can have your classes to be conducted in a very good manner. Okay, and just closing this. Moving on, you can add, you will have the class and the files. If you want, you can add your files. See, by default I have added the files, the max assignment. Everything will be automatically uploaded to your OneDrive. Okay, or you can also use a separate tab to upload all these documents here. Okay, and I think it's covered. Everything is covered. Do you have any queries? You can let me know. I will also check the chat box here. Any comments? Okay. As of now, do you have any queries on managing the teams and channels?
Mr. Mohammed,
Yes.
before your questions, can you explain
Yes,
about sharing the screen, recording a meeting? These
Yes,
two
sir.
things you'll have to cover up. Just cover it up, and
Yes,
then
sir.
they can ask it.
Yes, sir. See, here you can see stop sharing. When I click this, the sharing of my screen will be stopped, and you will see a icon now to share. When I click this, I will see multiple items. For example, I can share my desktop, whole desktop, or I can share a particular PowerPoint. For example, I am having an presentation. I can open my PowerPoint directly and display that to you. Okay, and I can explain you as a presentation. Okay, yesterday I think someone has asked for a presentation. How can we conduct the presentation? You can go ahead and click the share. You can share the screen, or you can share a particular PPT, so that it will be visible to everyone. Okay, and moving further, as I said, there are multiple options here. You can see, if you are using a video call, you can change your background so that it will be pleasant, so everyone will not view your background. You can hide your background, and as I said, we can start the recording of the session. See, now I have initiated the recording, so I'm getting an option of stop recording. Okay, when I stop the recording, the session will be closed. If you want to enter into the full screen mode, you can just click this, so that you will have more space to view, and you can have more space to work on. Okay, and one more thing newly added, you can raise your hand during the session, so that it will be notified for me. See, likewise, somebody has raising their hands, so I can get into them and ask the question one by one, and sort their issues. And finally, this is the chat
No audio.
box. No audio. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, as I said, this is the chat window, where you can share your comments. And finally, I have left something. Here you can turn on the live caption, so that what I am speaking will be lively captured, and it will be presented as a text. So everyone will have the view of the speech that I'm taking. So you will be having an idea what actually if my voice is not reaching, you can understand from this text that is being displayed here. And yeah, I think almost we have completed. Any questions, any queries you have, you can one by one you can ask.
Hello, Mohammed.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Nice presentation, sir.
Thank you, sir.
May I know the difference between the classroom, teams, and channels?
Classroom.
Just brief about the difference between the classroom and the teams.
Classroom and the teams, in the sense.
And teams, yeah.
Teams or channels?
Is there anything? No. Classroom and the teams.
You mean to say?
Mr. Parvez, I think. I think you're asking the difference on creation of a classroom and various channels in that particular classroom, right? So that's the reason it has been already here. Whatever has been created here, you can find that we have created for BSc Mathematics 3rd semester. We have created a complete class. There in that class, all the teachers would be entered into that class and all the students would be entered into that class. And the various subjects becomes the channels.
Fine. And then what about teams? What do you mean by teams?
Teams is the platform.
Among the class.
Teams is here. You might be handling 3 or 4 classrooms. You might be handling 3 or 4 subjects. Right? So what will happen is, suppose you are handling the first year, then you have one classroom for the first year. If you are handling something for the second year, you will have another classroom for the second year. So when you click on that icon of Teams, you will find all those classrooms in which you are going to be a teacher.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Hello. Sir,
yes,
I need a... Yesterday, I had a description and I didn't attend
Sir,
the
one question, sir.
One by one.
I have raised the hand.
Please, one at a
give me
time.
a chance.
One at a time, please.
Madam Sharmila, please proceed with your question.
Yeah. Sir, yesterday I had had a disruption in my connection, so I was not able to get my recording properly. Can I get it?
Yes.
Because I don't know what was there in the last class. Can I get it? That, sir, how can I observe it? Because it is a little bit hard for me to go through it today, because since I have Google Classroom, I can manage. But I want to know what was there in the previous class. Can I have a chance to get it, sir?
The recording is already there on the chat window.
Okay then, thank you. Thank you.
Just scroll through the chat window. You'll find the recording, yesterday's recording available there. You can go through that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. In the assignment, if the student completed the assignment, he puts the hands on. We can see the actual what is the student's written and correct the assignment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can see here. I will show you. See, this is the teacher view. I'm going to the assignments. I'm going to the particular assignment. When it is Hansen, I click here. See, his individual data will be here. I can see what he has entered. Okay. He has added more information on this or not. According to the information or the answers given, I will give him the feedback and the points and return it.
Yes, sir. We can actually view the assignment written by the student.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
When you click here, you can see the information. You can scroll.
Yes, sir.
Get all the information.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Any other queries? Yeah, I can see many hands has been raised. You can go ahead and ask the question one by one.
So those who have raised their hands, Dr. D. Shivakumar, can we have your question, sir? Mr. Ashok Kumar Natarajan, Dr. K. Aruchelvan, can we have your questions? Is there any
Yes,
other
sir.
question?
No question, sir. Thank you.
And also you will be instructed by Karnagaran sir. Once you get the update, you can go ahead and have a hands-on experience on this, and you can explore the things, and you can get back if you have any queries to Karnagaran sir, so that it will be routed to me, and I will provide you support on that.
Okay, if there's no questions, we'll stop the session, the 11 o'clock session now. So thank you, all the staff members who had attended today. I thank you all for making it possible to come to this meeting, and also I thank Mr. Mohammed who had taken the efforts to explain to us how to use MS Teams. Thank you all. You can now log out.
So, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.